Welcome back to another offseason in our Las Cruces Chupacabras Teambuilder Relocation Fantasy Draft franchise. We just got done having a superb season. 15-2, got the bye week. Unfortunately, when it came playoff time, while the game was a very good matchup, we did sadly fall in the very first round we were playing in. And then, of course, that team ended up losing. And then we had the same sort of matchup we've seen the last 2 years. And one of the teams, the Stingers, in the Super Bowl for 3 straight seasons. Of course, going to try to maybe next season, upcoming season, dethrone them, maybe be the team that actually takes that spot. Of course, we still need a lot of different things on the roster to get that goal achieved. As far as what the team looks like, obviously the big story of last season was the running back Victor Harrison. He is already an 89 overall. He was a generational X factor with all the speed in the world. Very good juke move. Spin didn't really go up too much, but his catching did, and that was a big downfall to him early on. He just couldn't catch a cold in Wuhan. I know, I say the joke all the time. It's good, all right? It's good. Of course, break tackle, we've been improving that a little bit as well. Trying to get the trucking going as well. I mean, what a year he had. I mean, just in the top 10 for MVP, as a rookie, as a running back in general. And just what a year. Almost 30 touchdowns, over 2,000 from scrimmage. The guy was absolutely special. Ironically enough, for a while in that playoff game, not so much, but he did get involved as, you would expect. Donnelly, started the season off a little iffy, finished really strong. Receivers, Broden, he seems to be very dependable, especially with the jump ball situation. Swain, one of the best tight ends in the league already. O-line, there's some good and there's some bad. Those are the kind of things we're going to have to be working on, right? I think we might, I don't want to replace Jared Wayne, but we might be able to do better. I'm not sure what we do there because Steffen's different type of build, different type of player. He would be the number 3 no matter what happens to Wayne. But I feel like we need a better playmaker there. I feel like Wayne just has not even come close to competing with Broden, came close to even complimenting him. And I don't know. I just think we need to do better there. And of course, the offensive line, they just aren't playing well. Even though their ratings are better than their overall states, they're just not playing well, so we'll probably look at O-line as well. And then defensively, we need some linebacker upgrades. We, I think, did bring back Nick Martin, or we're going to bring him back, but even he could be replaced. Paul definitely needs to be replaced. DTs, I think, were amazing. Corners, Rudd was actually better than you would have expected, but definitely going to be looking at corner in the draft if it's there. Skinner, obviously, great year. Not Defensive Player of the Year again, worthy, but, had a great year. And then free safety. Might have to do something about that. I don't know. Kickers, we're fine. We're fine there. But, heading off into this offseason, a lot of money, a little bit of draft capital, hoping once again to improve some of those things, especially that offensive line on the offense side of the ball, obviously. Looking at the storylines, we have an offensive coordinator situation. We know every single player type that we have on this offense, so there should be no one surprising us. Let's see who we can get something crazy with speed. I think you got to risk Broden, right? Not even risk, but the opportunity to potentially improve Broden's speed even more, that seems like just an opportunity we can't pass on, right? Let's see if knowing that he's intense, to be fair, will give him a speed chance. He doesn't need it, but why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we try to aim for 99 speed? That'd be crazy not to. What do you focus on during the off-season workouts? What do we got? Let's see it. Speed. Oh, I'm going to work on with my trainer on speed and agility. Well, that makes it easier. Yeah, that sounds great. Let's get to 99 speed, Broden. You're only 6'7". That seems fair. That's a free dub. We'll take it. Of course, also, if you guys want to see the preseason tomorrow, 400 likes. It's a lot. It's a little bit. I'll admit, it's a bit high. But I think you guys can hit it. Last one, we didn't even have a like goal, I don't believe. Did we? Maybe we did. But we hit 360, so I think we could easily hit 400, especially since it's been a couple of days since we did Chupacabras. 400 likes, we'll do the preseason tomorrow. If not, probably Friday. If not, Saturday. Of course, earlier today, you probably seen the Madden 26 franchise deep dive. Whatever. But, looking at the retirements, we already did that, actually. Press conference. Do the press conference, which usually is a bad, but we got to do it. It's part of the damn gig, Marshawn Lynch said it best. I'm just here so I don't get fined. And we like the public spotlight. That's also what we like as well. But no specific plan would be bad for us. Win draft, I don't know. We'll do this one because we might be able to pick up a free agent or something. Hopefully it's no higher than 85. Any specific position or overall talent. Just overall talent, just... Oh, God. In theory, offense, right? In theory, and some sort of lineman, maybe. Do you feel confident that... I don't know what it just said. What is it going to ask about? I can't promise anything. What do you say? That's how you want to take it. What? You thought you were being clever by avoiding the... Nah, shut up, dude. You thought you were being clever. Yeah, the reporter thought they were being clever by asking way too personal of a question. You want to, our game plan for the next 5 seasons as well? You want to see the playbook as well? Huh? Would that be suffice to you, lady? God damn. Tyler Brownlee is our mock draft 4 projection, by the way. He's a 1-2. We have corner scouted. We have a lot scouted. Or maybe it was wide receiver we have scouted. I don't know, but like a lot is scouted here, which is fantastic. Corner and wide receiver are like, we just know everything, I guess. Fantastic. I don't know how that happened, but I am down for it. All right, let's go to re-signings, which I think we took care of for the most part, but there might be a couple that we didn't. Also, Phil Staff, did we lose some coordinators? I don't see why we wouldn't. I mean, we had some players. Paul, in case we are stuck. Wait, did I just get declined on a 2-year when he wanted a 1? The hell? You're not getting the tag, obviously. Well, that's a bit of an L. Milrow, of course, I can't afford that, dude. 2-year 13 we offered, which I think is actually pretty fair. Let's bump that up to 2-year 15. Well, all right, see you later as well. Daniel Falele, another guy that, if we had some injuries, I would like to have a backup plan. All right, see you later, everybody. Bye, I guess. Anyone else? Cook? I mean, Cooks didn't really even play. All right, see you later, everybody. It's just, I guess everyone's just packing up, huh? Coordinators, did we lose them? Oh, that's pretty great, huh? We lost our coordinators who had maxed out talents, and we get nothing in return, huh? You would think, hey, you've built such a good team from the ground up. Your roster's still a little iffy. Your coordinators both just got poached. Maybe you're a good coach. Maybe you know what you're talking about, huh? Perhaps? Just maybe. Let's look at all these freaking player trees, though, and see who we want. What a damn disaster, though. We got to replace all of this. Wow, this is great. I love this. So there's another guy that's like basically the same as the guy we have. So I guess I'll grab him. We'll hire Robert Guzman. And then defensive coordinator, we got to find one. So I don't even know if there's any DCs available. So what happens? I either hire a head coach to play DC? Like, this literally is just, these are head coaches. What am I, hiring my replacement? Freaking Matt LaFleur. Any, like, Sean McVay, actually? Not bad. 3-4, though. I need a freaking 4-3, man. Oh, this guy's familiar with the Buffalo defense, huh? I mean, is that not my guy? I'm going to hire him. I don't have a DC. He's our new DC. I don't even know what his, like, ratings are. So I have to actually, like, sign these guys to be able to see what they're good at. Wow, that's crazy. Well, if I went with speed for corners and speed for linebackers, he's a 3-4 coach, but he'll just have to learn, all right? We do get a decent bit of franchise points, or staff points, if you will, but yeah, I think we have everything we need to go into actual free agency here. Hoping for some offensive linemen. I love to cut corners on offensive linemen because, yeah, even Fashion is not the best, and he's almost a 90, so the other guys, understandably, not playing well either. Let's take a look at free agency. Who do we got? Chris Jones. That is, unfortunately, a bit late, my guy. Unfortunately, free agency's looking a little thin. It's not looking great. Quarterback, Jalen Milrow. No one wants him, so I'm going to offer him a 2-year 16. That's better than not being on a roster at all. He looks like he might actually be interested in that, too, which is great. Running back, we have freaking Nick Chubb. He's looking way worse than he ever has. We're missing a couple of players here. Running back might be decent. Ooh, look at the speed, though. Could go ETN. I think we have our running back set, though, right? I think. I'll have to take a look, but pretty sure we do. Wide receiver Godwin, 89 speed. He's still good enough. Could cut the corners here a little bit. Take Chris Godwin, 84 overall. I mean, he does look good. Slot-o-matic. Problem is, we wouldn't play him in the slot. That is interesting, to say the least. Chris Godwin. Is that actually someone we want to go for? Be very interesting, to say the least. Might have to actually scout wide receiver a little bit before we make a decision here. Because that is actually not a bad-looking player at all. I know he's 31, but I mean, what is the interest? There's 6 teams, so yeah, he's He really isn't interested in joining us. Kelvin Banks also got no interest. Could cut the corner here with Dion Dawkins. Nobody else wants him. How many sacks did he give up? Give up 10, but that was as a left tackle. Right tackle, maybe a little bit better. I mean, I'll offer a contract, a 1 year 15, which is enough to get to 4, I believe it is. I mean, I'd like Manu, but he's not really playing well. So what am I supposed to do, you know? Taylor Moton. Teams want him a little bit more. DT we just don't need. You could argue we could use a backup edge rusher, but man, these guys are asking for a lot, which I get it because it is a highly sought-after position. And they're all still, for the most part, rather young. Linebackers, anybody here? Overshown, can't really develop him. Danny Stutzman. You kind of already have that with like Nick Martin, not Nick Cross. Thinking of bad coverage players, Nick Cross comes to mind. Who would have thought? Paul going to free agency and nobody wants him. Who would have thought, buddy? And we'll bring you back. You're welcome. We saved you. You ventured out from the nest, thought you were ready, and you were not ready. You were not ready at all. Trevin Wallace, star dev as well. Very balanced. Is this not like a guy we should be going for? He's like the perfect player. Let's see if he wants to join us on a 2-year 11. Trevin Wallace could be a sick one. Jahad Campbell's really slow, by the way. Barrett Carter not looking too slow. Looking pretty fast. Uman Mielen, how much does he want? $8 million per. I would love to get a backup edge rusher, but yeah, they're just not cost efficient. Renardo Green. I mean, you got Rudd. I think if you're going to go... Ooh. Didn't Renardo Green impress us once? I swear he impressed us. Other teams want him, though. And he doesn't really want to be here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. Safeties, Makuba, but he's obviously very raw. If you thought Nick Cross was bad, you're basically getting a worst in coverage Nick Cross. I don't know. I'm still thinking about Chris Godwin here. We've got a couple of guys actively negotiated. Nobody wants Godwin, like at all. I'll do a 1 year 13. We'll see what happens. I don't think he's going to join us, though. Oh, people do want him. What am I even saying? He's going to go to the Celtic Foxes, by the way. Oh, wow. We get Dawkins. Huge offense upgrade. Chris Paul, but we don't get Trevin Wallace. Really? Aqua Wolves land him. Nobody wants Jalen Milroe yet. Somebody's going to want him. Nope, they don't. Jalen Milroe on a 2 year 16. I like it. It's expensive, but I like it. Chris Paul coming back on that cheap deal. The big one, obviously, Dion Dawkins, brand new right tackle. Wish we could have done a little bit more even for our offensive line, but I like it. I like it a lot. I think, we're in a really good spot. Everyone's like an 80+ now. This is not bad at all for us, assuming he stays healthy. Well, there you go. We got some offensive linemen now. Chris Jones, I didn't even try. I wouldn't even need him at all. I like the DTs we have. I don't have any interest there at all. Silverback's getting Kelvin Banks Jr. Wasn't he on like a 1 year, or was it Ursery I was thinking of last year? I don't even know, but Pat Ricard could be interesting. I like Matlock, but Pat Ricard's another beast, isn't he? 68 truck, run block's great, speed is decent. I'll take a look at Matlock. I would like a new fullback, because Matlock just doesn't seem to have any power. And when I fullback dive, I want somebody that can kind of run through the pile a little bit. Reggie Gilliam could be that guy potentially with all that speed. I think I don't even need to look at Matlock to know that Reggie Gilliam's worth the contract. Here's Scott Matlock, 6'4", 296. Speed's okay, trucking's garbage, blocking's great. So is strength, impact, and lead block. He is a good fullback, but I think Reggie is better. Maybe you can keep both because Reggie's fast enough to play running back if it comes down to it. I don't know. And we do get Reggie Gilliam. Who would have thought? 1 year 5.1 is not cheap by any means. All right, we made some additions. 2 young, 2 old. I guess 2 weren't really additions, just reacquisitions. But yeah, Dawkins, definitely a massive contract for us. Hopefully that offensive line is looking vastly improved, especially that right side. By the way, you guys probably noticed it, but what is this? What is this? It was probably funnier of me not to even mention it, but in case somehow you just didn't see it like I did in the beginning, what? How is that even possible? But can relate once again. Oh, by the way, we did one last free agent signing. We signed Adonai Mitchell to a 2 year 14. I don't know why, but that, no one really looks great with the logo behind them, but Mitchell looks like a furry. I'm going to be real. I'm sorry. He just does. Like, everyone else, it doesn't look great, but he looks like he's enjoying it too much. Before we go into the very long, I'm warning you now, very long scouting process, we're going to look at a final mock draft, which has them thinking, they seen that playoff game, like, okay, yeah, we're thinking safety might be what you want to be looking for. Marquez Verdon could be interesting. 6'3", 224. How fast we talking? Yeah, I'm going to be real with you. Unless we're playing him a linebacker, that is not someone we're taking. But yeah, skip ahead if you're not interested in the long scouting process. I would guess 20, 25, 30 minutes. There's a few rare that are like, oh, get to the point, quit the yap, too long didn't read, put the fries in the bag. But, for the rest of us who do like the scouting process, this is a little bit of a longer one. So, it is what it is. Let's get into this, though. As far as the positions of need, we're going to look at pretty much every position, but the physical positions we absolutely need to be grabbing, in my opinion, would be a wide receiver, and 1 to 2 linebackers, arguably 2, a cornerback, and possibly a safety. Now, none of that is, guaranteed we have to take them outside of, in my opinion, a linebacker, possibly a corner, but all those things I would like to grab. O-line wouldn't hurt either, but after getting Deion Dawkins, I think we've bought ourselves a little bit of time. All right, but as far as quarterback goes, not going to put too much time into this, but we're going to look at speed. If there's a lot of speed, there could be something there as far as wide receiver goes. This is an elite athlete. Don't know if it really shows us much about him being a receiver, but I'd be willing to bet that this guy is probably a wide receiver type of build. 6'1" as well. 206 is kind of a low weight-ish. So I'm gonna say that he's probably QB or a wide receiver. Let's also take a look at Brent Short, who also looks kind of fast. Not as fast, but looks good enough. Has great jumping. But yes, obviously that other quarterback is going to be the main guy we're looking at. Springs for sure. This guy, even if he is one of those guys, I don't really care because he's just too high of a pick. But that's a really solid looking quarterback. I mean, that looks like a can't miss type of guy in my opinion, but it's just not a position we need. As far as running back goes, it's on my list. Why not, right? But it's probably not one that I'm going to be putting too much stock into. Wow, speaking of stock, this guy is not very stocky. 5'7", 179 for the size. Pretty bad. Pretty low, actually. But as far as running backs go, I mean, I feel like, yes, speed matters, but the attributes for these guys is a little more important for me. Size, attributes. But the problem is a lot of these guys pretty much have the same exact size and attributes. Graves looks interesting. 21 years old, 5'10", 4'8", at 227 is not bad. Running back is kind of just all over the place. It really is. So I guess you do have to go speed. So pretty much just going to put anyone on there that's fast past about 2 to 3. So 3 to 4 and beyond, I suppose. But yeah, probably not looking at much of a chance for one of these guys to be taken too high from us, especially since, as you can see here, it's not the deepest of classes. All right, now we have some wide receivers. These are actually guys you must have focus scouted midway through the season, so we landed pretty good luck, right? You have 1 to 2, 1 to 2, and 1 to 2. Some big players, obviously. I was thinking, hey, if we're replacing our guys, let's get someone new. Wayne, let's get it. Wayne's a big guy, but he doesn't really have, in my opinion, the catch radius of a 6'4 plus because he's 6'3. He's just missing out slightly. So, a Peters or even a Livingston would be interesting to me. Of course, going to make our list. Newbie definitely makes a list too, but realistically, this guy's not going to be there, right? He looks very fast, 6'3", all the talent in the world. He's a top 5 projected player. Not going to happen. Livingston, 1 to 2. A catching traffic, A catching, 21 years old. Not amazingly fast, but with, that speed, probably 92. Pretty good speed, I suppose. Wouldn't, completely just say, hey, we're not going to do a shorter player, but probably not going to happen. Put him on my list just in case, I'm looking around. I'm like, hey, I don't really think I need to scout these other guys. I just don't even either like them enough or it's just not a position of need, right? And then we, of course, have Kevin Peters, B release, A catching traffic, 6'5", 21. That speed looks good. Great speed with 4.41 is looking like potentially 93 speed, maybe more. Definitely going to be somebody we put on our board for sure. Alex Barrett. Very fast, obviously 4.24. it's going to be interesting. I mean, that's a player that, that's a difference maker on an offense. Harrison, I'm not saying he was only speed, but even with his great ratings, would he have really been what he was without that speed? Probably not, right? A lot of fast guys in this first round at the wide receiver position. Donnell Simpson, 6'5". At this point, you probably do want to just take a look at the pro day just to knock some guys off the list, and then, once you get down to the nitty-gritty a little bit, you can start looking at their actual ratings, because if they're too slow, there's no point, right? Unless they're really late and you see something you like, but if they're too slow and you're taking them at a higher pick, costs you a bit more, yeah, it's not worth it, right? It's just a pointless endeavor, if you will. And of course, with so much depth on this team at wide receiver, even 23s, I'm kind of like, okay, I'll give you a chance, but you're going to need to impress me, right? You're just going to need to, or if it's really late like UDFA, that's fine. Let's take a look at these attributes real quick. Of course, take a look at some speed and see how many of these guys actually make the roster. So, or not the roster, the actual board. Realistically, like all these guys might be on the board, but the realistic chance of taking them is kind of low. Is this the 4.32? Is legit. Really does annoy me, though. It doesn't, like, keep your place of where you just were. This guy, that 4.44 not only is a lie, but the attributes do not look good. So Yancey's off the board. Jonathan Hatchett, not looking great either, but it's got enough speed. How tall was he? Was he at least 6 foot? 6'1"? Okay, that, yeah, definitely makes the list at that point. 3 to 4 from Odin. Absolutely not. Not even close. Not even close. Not even our most desperate of days. Sorry, buddy. Braylon Orchard, 5'9", 22. Good enough speed. Probably not someone I draft, but put him on the board. Why wouldn't I? And then what else do we have? We have Troy Curtis, 5'9". That speed is legit, so that'll be a guy we do keep on our board. And then we're down to the last couple of guys, UDFAs. Since they're UDFAs, I'm not going to look at them now because we might just never get to them anyways. Tight end, not really a position of need, but I'll look at Pro Day just in case there's just somebody I can pass on, which personally I don't see it. 4.47 at 6'5", maybe. Maybe. Let's take a look. Going to be on our board. Maybe we want him. Day 3, 6'5", 22. Does look pretty good speed. Looks legit enough. All right, O-line tackle, very easy to scout in the sense that there's not usually much competition, right? Like, this guy looks good. I trust him enough. This guy, maybe. This guy, possibly. And then I know I'm being lied to at 2 to 3, but there's some potential there, I think. I mean, there's a reason why I don't go for tackles often. Not only are they just guys you have to take higher, but I just don't see the talent as much. And did we scout? I think we just scouted across the board really well. Usually in rebuilds, I kind of just max out the position I need. But yeah, I mean, these guys do look pretty good. I would take all three. All three of those guys would be takeable there. And then we look at center, 2 to 3, probably good enough. We got a day 3 here. Definitely not good enough. This guy looks better than his UDFA is telling me, but Valentine good enough to probably take if I needed to. Guards, boom, boom, boom. Day 3, I don't see it. Then we have right tackle. We don't really have many right tackles here. 21 years old, maybe makes the board, I suppose. Now we move on to left end. Edge is not a problem, but, backup edge could be. So someone like Logan here might be worth taking. You see a beef and as these guys, they all look good. That's the thing. They all look good, and then you look further, the speed isn't there, or they're just really low overall, and Vince Logan, not really that fast, but fast enough, probably in the 80s or late, high 70s. This guy, obviously, even more so in that category. Then we look at right end, where a little bit better, a little bit younger, maybe. I mean, these guys all look pretty good to me. 6'4". I mean, we don't really need D-line. So, I mean, I'm just not even going to spend time scouting high. Like, there's just no point. There's really no point. 2 to 3 even is too high for us. We're just not spending a draft pick on these players. And yes, you can maybe make the argument of, well, why not put them on the board? When do they fall? I just don't see it happening. These just 1 to 2 would have to fall to like late second for me to care, because we don't need that position. We have a very limited amount of draft picks. Danny Nolan is one of the guys I think that is worthy of taking. Cruz, I don't like him as much, so I would probably pull him off the board even as a day 3. Pamphile, every time I see that freaking name, it doesn't look like Pamp in the front. It does not look like Pam in the front. It looks like something else. Channing McCoy. Yeah, no, thank you. You are way too slow. Sorry, buddy. Not going to happen. Me when I try to join the police force. Kai Moorhead, no chance. What else do we have? Hess. Terrence Hess, B Finesse. Looks pretty good. And then we have Scott. I mean, not the fastest, but good enough for a day 3. And then this guy, oof. That is rough. I mean, it makes a guy like Hess look so much better. Now the DT position. Another position where, you know, we had a really good year with our rookies. The problem is we did have some injury concerns, though. So maybe you throw these guys on the board because they do look promising. But, yeah, I don't know. 276, by the way. Kind of a rare sighting, no? I'm very curious to see what this guy looks like. You know, obviously, the finesse, not that strong, athletic enough, but yeah, that guy looks very raw. That guy looks so rough. I would not trust him. Windsor looks a little bit better, but he doesn't feel like an A finesse type. That build just did not look finesse, did not look speed rusher. This guy is just not good. Leonard is not good at all. Easily. Marcus Easley looks solid. Yeah, I could already tell beforehand he was going to be fast. He was going to be good. Easily could be worth taking. We'll see. Probably not, but we'll see. Hickman looks great. And then Henley, I'm not going to go into the round 1 because I don't see us drafting that. Of course, nose tackle types is someone that doesn't really fit the scheme. Edge rusher, again, not really a position of need for us. They look good, but I mean, I don't know what it would take for them to be draftable from me. Of course, this is a position that I very much so depend on speed. So if you're not speedy, you're just not going to even get a look. It's harsh, but it's facts. If you're not speedy, there's just no point. Unless you're an edge rusher, I am not looking your way. I just can't waste a draft pick on a player that isn't athletic. It's just the way it is. Even these outside linebackers, not that athletic. Obviously, this is where the money's made. Middle linebacker. Unfortunately, there's not much money to be made. These guys are looking very thin and not all that fast. Of course, you do have the 2. Joseph and Spellman. Probably looking to take at least one of them, if not 2. Very raw, and that speed is not really matching the 40 time, unfortunately. This guy, please save it. I would argue he does. Not perfect either, but does save it a little bit. And then these guys are just insane project players, I imagine. Yeah, I mean, not horrible, especially for UDFA, but definitely not guys I feel great about. And then this guy, yeah, I mean, he's good speed, straight line, but that change of direction is going to be terrible. It's really it's going to be like 69 or something. Then we have Foster, who just, it really, once again, doesn't matter. Not a position I need. Outside linebackers looking super mid here. So off-ball linebacker, bad. Really wish you got Trevin Wallace. We tried. We absolutely tried. And of course, corner, you can kind of get a good idea of who's good and who's not. Just like most positions, based on that 40 time. Of course, we're going to narrow this thing down after we get our speed guys on the board. Because obviously it's not all about speed, but gives us a decent idea of who's worth and who's not. So those are going to be our corners, and we're going to go deeper into this, see who actually is worth what they say they are. Of course, these 40 times can lie. Absolutely can lie, so you never know. But this guy, a little bit of a lie, but I mean, I trust the top 5 grade for sure. The problem is I can't actually see who the hell have on my freaking list here. These next 4 we know we do. Okay, not worth taking in my opinion. A, sure. This guy, did we even put him on our board? 22, B-man coverage. Good enough speed, but I don't think so. I don't think for a second rounder that guy's worth it. Corners are looking way more misleading than I was hoping they would. I mean, these corners really just don't look great at all. Why did we not put Allen on the board, by the way? Anyone want to know? Anyone? Oh, that's why. 457. Yeah, past me knew well. He knew things. 23 years old. No. We looked at straight up speed first. A lot of these guys just don't make the cut, unfortunately. Forbes, a 1 to 2, I guess. Just fast enough, just good enough, but another guy that I don't really love. And then this guy, great man, 0 zone. Pretty mid corner class. Even the guys at the top don't really impress me too much. Safety now. Again, I need somebody fast at safety as well. Swan would be a guy that I would potentially fall for. What's his zone? Okay, maybe I wouldn't. Maybe I wouldn't fall for the speed, but he is very fast, very interesting because of it. Anyone else? 443. I'm just not interested in taking any 123 when I have an option already at number 1. Yes, Nick Cross sold us. Probably our fault in coverage. But at the same time, you got to just make a play. You just got to. Nick Downing, not as fast as that 40 time is saying. That should have been a great speed and wasn't. Boom, boom. He's 23, dude. I'll keep him on the board for now. And I'm not like, I can't take a 23, but I would prefer not to, of course. Let's take a look at these attributes. Safety attributes. We got these 3. So good enough zone coverage. Don't know the zone coverage. Great zone coverage. Take a look at Hill House. Could be the future free safety. You know, I just don't like that speed, dude. That's the reason why he's not on the board. Harper, no zone coverage that we know of. Good speed, but is that enough to do it for us? Definitely not. Maddox, same situation. Ooh, he's got a B zone. That is a sleeper. It kind of looks like a sleeper to me. That's like a 2 to 3, 3 to 4. Could have a hidden type of sleeper, in my opinion. Hitchens, pretty good speed. Not a great draft class again. I'm going to be real with you. I really wish I could just search by kick power. Not that I worry. No, we don't even need a kicker, dude. Our kicker's fine. Our punter's probably fine, too. We'll look just in case, but kicker's great. I mean, we got Batten we almost clutched up at the playoffs with him, but yeah, we got Batten. That's fine. Batten up the hatches, down the hatches, something. Then we have Jonathan Russell, poor kick power, with Ellis, John Ellis, who has decent kick power. Also thinking, depending on how fast this is, maybe we actually do complete the training camp. Not that you guys really see much anyways, because it's just, we've seen the drills a million times. I got to do them for the chance at DevUps, the free XP, the free upgrades, but you guys probably don't really want to see that stuff anyways. We got to get springs. If I miss this guy, you have my permission. I really don't want to say it because I'm going to sell. Okay, if I forget to get him, I'm going to try to get him at the start of the 5th. If he's gone by then, it's not my fault. But if I forget to grab him at the start of the 5th, you have my permission to download, dislike the video. You do. You just simply do. I prefer you to leave a like, but you have my permission because this guy, he's good. He's a good player. He's in the 70s as a wide receiver at the very least. Maybe even decent at quarterback, but he's got to be, dude. There's no way. Short, I'm not confident on. Springs, absolutely am. But before we get into this one, I'm going to try to, project what we're going to do. And I'm thinking Peters is a guy I can't pass on. I don't love the jumping. I think it could be better. But I think he's definitely speedy enough. He's 6'5". I know Broden's already kind of that guy, but yeah, I don't know. He is that guy. We need something that's like 6 foot to 6'2", but it's really not that type of class. Hatchet maybe in the second round, but he's pretty raw. Yeah, I mean, I still like Peters quite a bit. So Peters is probably our guy, unless the corners decide to stick around, which even then we talked about it. I don't love the corners. Even if they're top fivers, I don't love them, right? Like, sure, Patterson looks solid, but he'll be gone. And then you have a D-man coverage. Like, that's just so garbage. But the speed is too good. Yeah, Richardson's worth it. It's Peters or Richardson. I have no idea who to take. I think Peters is more fun. I think Richardson could be better. That's basically where I stand. Either way, let's go into this thing. We got our 3 privates we'll have to do. Yeah, we do. And we shall start this. Hopefully I didn't yap too much for that scouting process. I don't think we did. Private workouts. Who did we want to scout further, though? I don't need to know. Even, unless he was a 3 to 4, I don't need to know. I really don't. Was there someone maybe a wide receiver we want to look at? Safety? Meh. Right? Probably a meh at safety. I think easily was one of the guys we'll look at. And then do I look at, is it Lyle? I like both of the linebackers, though. I think that one is more, he's obviously better. And then this guy, even though I think this guy is a steal, I would like to know more because he is 23. So if he's not a steal, I would like to not take a, basically a high 4th safety. That's 23 specifically. So we're going to put him. And then I honestly don't know who our 3rd guy will be. Random wide receiver, maybe? Maybe random wide receiver. I do really like the size of Hatchet, that 6'1" frame. So I guess it would have to be a miracle for that guy to be drafted by us, though. I'm going to be real. Let's enter the draft. Trading up could be possible. There's no way I'm going to let the wide receiver and corner go, so we're going to get one of them, if it takes a trade up or not. We have pick 27, which, it's right in that range of, missing missing out on, both of them. Did we get a further scout on these guys, though? That's the question. Hatchet, not going to be taking them. Kind of expected that, to be fair. DT, I expect 2 to 3. He is 2 to 3. And then safety, I expect 3 to 4. He is day 3. I don't know. I mean, that's not bad, but... need some water. But yeah, that's not bad, but it's not... I don't know if it's good enough. I really don't. All right, Slow Sim. We have, I believe his name is Richardson or Peters. I really want Peters more. I know I need Richardson more, but I want Peters more. Like, Wayne just... I don't know if it's us or who it is, but Wayne just hasn't been the guy. He just hasn't. Maybe if we would have played a little bit harder for a Godwin, it would have been better, but let's start drafting. Newbie goes number 1 overall. Kind of expected it. The Monsters pick 2 overall. Go right end. Gray Squirrels go edge as well with Foster. The Blaze is with wide receiver Brandon Hood. Then in the 5th spot, the Piranhas, Jared Patterson, cornerback. Cyclones, Patterson, left tackle. Celtic Foxes, quarterback. I don't want to, alarm them, but, yeah, you got Bryce Young, buddy. Do they just not believe in him? I mean, I sort of understand it. But that's a little crazy, though. 8, Spartans go Rowan. Stallions with Weber. Silverbacks with Rhodes. Ghouls, they take a left tackle. We got Pinkney in 12. 13, where Scadaboo is. They go wide receiver Livingston. Was he round 1? Damn, I don't think Peter's going to stick around that much longer. I don't know what to do, dude, because I really want Peters more than Richardson. Richardson, once again, I think is the smarter choice for us. But Peters is absolutely going before Richardson, in my opinion. There's no doubt about it. I mean, I think he's going in the next 3 spots. Not that that's really much of a projection. I'm debating this. I'm going to have to take a look at Wayne. Again, I'm going to look at his stats. I'm going to look at his ratings. Good jumping isn't great. Great speed, 93 speed. 93 speed, 6'5". Good catching, of course, pretty much everything across the board. Spec, regular catch, catching traffic. Regular catching is actually a D, to be fair. Wide receiver past that point, though, is okay, you can go speedy. Is this the guy? He's not quite the guy. The other guy is, even faster, but he is only 5'8", so it's yeah, you probably don't care too much. No, is that even him? Who the hell is there's a 4.24, wasn't it? Or maybe he went already. Did he already go? He might have went already. Ridley, of course, looks good, too, but he's 23. I'm not choosing 23 over 21. Man, I really want him, but I think you got to play it smart. We got to wait it out, and, if the Peters goes first, it's a sign that it was smarter for us to take corner, We're almost there. Last pick, they're going to take it, watch. Wow, we get choice, dude. Oh, what do I do? This is too tough for me. I can't believe we got the choice. Why? Why did somebody not take one of the other guys first? I'm not taking these players. I'm just kind of buying myself some time thinking about things. That corner, dude, he looks special. He really does. I know the man coverage isn't there, but he could very easily be 70-man, 81 zone, 94-plus speed. I'm going to have to look at Wayne. I'm going to have to look at these corners one last time, because that corner, he has all the athleticism traits in the world that I would be looking for. It's like he's asking to be drafted by us. I mean, you look across the board here. If not him, maybe Craig. He's 23. I mean, this is a perfect draft pick for cornerback. So wide receiver, Wayne's is 26 now. Ooh. Medium route's not the best, and that is a lot of where we go with I think I got to go Peters. We need a difference maker. Look what happened when we took Harrison. We went wide. You went offense last year. It completely accelerated this team's success rate. I think Peters, as much as I think Richardson's a great corner, I think he's a bigger difference maker. I'm expecting hidden, but obviously we have no idea. Kevin Peters, that's the guy. Not a great true talent, I got to be honest. 50 true talent. But he's hidden dev. We expected 93 speed. 91 excel. It's I thought maybe even a little lower than that. Jumping's pretty good at 88. I thought it was going to be a lot lower. I thought 84, 85 with that good rating, but I guess it makes sense. Change of direction. Another one that I thought maybe 82, 83. That was a great draft pick. Again, Choice between corner or, I mean, I suppose defense or offense. Offense, I think Harrison's the one that made this pick happen. He is the guy that made this pick happen. If Harrison was a bust, if Harrison wasn't good or as good as he was, I think we probably look at corner because Richardson looks great. Maybe we can try to make a play to go up here and get him as well. Highly doubt it, unless we make a Wayne trade, which we might. That would be kind of interesting. We'll see. Maybe the Wranglers are looking for wide receiver. You know, I just don't know if it's going to happen, though. I think that was a great draft pick, though. Wayne, I think he might just need to change the scenery. Like, not a bad player by any means, but injured with us a lot, on a contract year, and he's a good player that just hasn't put it together somehow. I think he might just need a different team. This was a pretty crispy trade. A second and 3 fourth-round picks, Corey Trice and Jared Wayne, to move all the way up to 29. Worst part is that's not even the spot we need to go. We're going to try to trade with the Wranglers, who hopefully don't love this corner. Corner's not on their list, so we probably could just play it, just play it risky and let it go. If I can give them a 7th round pick to move, which I don't know if that will move them, but oh my god, it doesn't. I was thinking, hey, they got 2 players, why not gain a 7th for nothing? They're like, yeah, well, it's still worth something to us. I don't want to lose that 5th. I don't even want to lose that 4th. I'm already really not loving this at all. I'm going to have to try to trade a player. Actually, Gadsden straight up might work. He's actually a pretty damn good player. I would like to not lose him, to be honest, but I need this corner. I did not trade all of that just to miss him out by 1 pick. Or did I? I guess I don't know. We'll find out. We're already eating in next year, and I haven't even, looked at linebacker yet. Do I just take the risk? Man, I got to make sure that I have somebody here other than this corner. I really want the corner, but I can't. They're asking basically for a 4th round pick to move 1 spot at 28, dude. Like, that's insane of an ask. We're going to regret this. Please don't. Thank you. Thank you. That would have been, it was just like a drop off of, mad proportions if they would have taken that corner. So here we are, making a crazy trade up. Dion Richardson, please be good. Honestly, no matter what, he's corner 2. The athleticism, the zone coverage, the top 5-ness. He's already, the 2nd best player on the team, corner-wise. He's number 2 and automatically. Let's hopefully get hidden dev with it. True talent 5. He's going to be normal, though, right? Damn, normal dev. But yeah, 94 speed, 94 excel, 90 jump, 92 change direction, 92 agility. We're looking at a 76, 77 overall player. Of course, that normal really blows, but that is a talented player without a doubt. Let's go to the 3rd round where we're probably going to move up to 10, which I'm not sure how we're going to do that. I mean, honestly, even without alignment, I'd be fine. I need 1 linebacker and that quarterback. That is all I care about. Everything else, even the safeties, so be it. Safety room, fine. I'll just live with what we got. Cross really sucked. Really sold, but what can you do, Was it Lyle that we thought was the better of the 2? Of course it does that. Love it. Love it. Lyle Joseph. No, it was Spellman. So you might get lucky with Joseph going first. But who knows? Safety, there are some options. You still have potentially Vic here. Kevin Vic. A little raw, don't really know. But, yeah, it is middle linebacker and corner or a quarterback I want. I do think Spellman is 10 times better. But with the lack of draft picks we have, I think the only choice is to slow sim and just hope that the other one goes first and we can trade up at that point. I don't think we can make a manual trade before then. We need to see how far down we can get this. Try to save as much capital as possible because, once again, we're going to have to trade up again into the 4th here. If possible. Oh, Joseph goes that high. Oh, this is tough. We need 2 trades here that I don't know if we're going to be able to hit. We're losing all that capital. We lose Gadsden. We lose DTR. We lose a 3rd and a 5th this year with a 5th 2 years from now to move up to 74, which, of course, is going to be that linebacker. I absolutely need to make that play at the least, which, of course, is going to be the middle linebacker named Carlos Spellman's 5'11 only, but A to C zone with insane athleticism. Hoping for 90 speed, hoping for hidden dev. We get true talent 97. That still doesn't deter me. Ooh, normal dev does suck. Not much jumping, but 91 speed and 89 excel, 77 change of direction. It is a very athletic player. Gonna need a little bit of development, but our linebacking room is super, super speedy now. Of course, we said the 5th round is when we're going to go for this quarterback. He's a UDFA. See if he's still there. A little disappointed if he isn't there, but at the same time, we did grab our wide receiver. So honestly, even make the argument, do we even want him still? Probably, though, right? Probably. Get some corners, 1 to 2 and whatnot. But yeah, I think we're going to be trading up for Mr. Brian Springs. I would love to maybe even just try to go one more round, but I think he'll be gone if we do. We trade Noah Sewell and a 5th round pick next year to gain this 129. I'm a little surprised by that, especially with these sliders. I think we're on either hard or hardest. Definitely would have thought we'd need to give up more, but Brian Springs, I mean, he's actually not even bad, like, accuracy-wise, but this guy does look, in my opinion, like a pretty clear-cut, out-of-position player. Brian Springs, let's see it. True talent of 206, normal dev, 91 speed, 90 excel, 81 jumping is lower than I would have thought, 90 throw power. You could definitely get away with him as a quarterback, I think, but I do think, once again, that the specialness that he brings is as a receiver. We'll find out when we get to it, of course. Could still make another play. I don't think we could trade up, though. I think our trade-up days are a little over here. We'll go to the 6th round. I think we also have a 7th round pick. Maybe even trade that down if we're lucky to get a 5th next year to try and recoup some of the trade-up losses we've made. We actually have a couple of our running backs still there. Obviously, super raw-looking player in Kirkland, but I mean, a little bit of speed. It's interesting. And you know what? Even though I think this guy's going to be pretty damn bad, I'll take a tight end. We lost Gadsden. We kind of need a number 3 now. 290 true talent. Normal dev. Slower than I would have thought. Although the grade kind of did explain and spoil that he was going to be a little bit mid. Definitely expected him to be bad. You know, day 3, this late. If he's good, he would have been gone. All the above kind of situation. And then for our final draft pick, pretty damn athletic, Trayvon Hayward. It's going to be our guy. Dev of, who knows, but 305 true talent, normal dev, 93 speed, 94 excel. If that was great speed at elite excel, one of the other guys was good speed at a 433. We were talking about, what, 91 speed for a 443? Or a 433, I should say. But yeah, of course, we don't look at devs in case you're new and you decided to take a look at the offseason, which welcome if so, but we will obviously look at the overalls. Richardson, normal dev, but looks great. Peters, obviously number 2 wide receiver no matter what, automatically. Great short route. Medium and deep aren't great, though. Catching very solid, even though his regular catching's not good. Release, 78. Injuries insane, which is good. Stamina, solid. Toughness, solid. All the break tackle stuff is pretty damn good, except for trucking, which is unfortunate, but obviously looks like a pretty damn good player. What kind of catching traits? He only has run after the catch, which is, the guy's 6'5", 220. We might have to do something about that. Then, of course, we move on to the next player. Cornerback, Dion Richardson. Had a feeling he was going to be normal dev, but still had to take him. Man coverage is as raw as expected. Catching's not great, but I've definitely seen worse. Press is not great. Man is not great, but again, we love to upgrade our guys man-to-man, so this could be the perfect type of player for us, just unfortunately, once again, normal development trade. Then the next player, another normal development trade, low overall, but 70 overall, super speedy linebacker. Man is a little mid. Injury and toughness is not great, but 91 speed, kind of had to go for him. Looks solid. Then with the next pick, 66 overall quarterback, Brian Springs. Oh, there it is. There is the time, the age-old tell. 55 awareness. That is all you need to see. 75 trucking, 86 juke move. Let's see what that overall looks like. 66 overall. I'd be shocked if he wasn't a wide receiver. Let's take a look. 66 overall as a quarterback. Up to a 69 at wide receiver, which is still pretty low, yes. But of course, we did actually, like we talked about many times in our rebuilds, of wanting to do, have landed one of the out-of-position quarterback to wide receiver players. I don't think it's going to do anything for the title or the thumbnail, but it's still fun. It's still cool. These two guys are mid. Of course, not our best draft, but Peters could be amazing. Richardson is amazing. And then Spellman, while, not the greatest, is very fast. 77 change direction for linebacker, also very good. Automatic starter, I think, unless, of course, somebody has a crazy preseason. But this I don't understand. This I just don't get. 71 overall quarterback. Sure, you got more throw power there, but what are you doing? Superstar dev, trade off Bryce then? Maybe? I don't know what you want. But stop it, Of course, we'll take a look at some of the best players in this class, and maybe we won't. Just like last, wow, look at 99 spec, 96 jump. Just like the last off-season video we did for this series, talked about, oh, I think we might be able to do both, and then, oh, look at that X factor we knew he would be. You know, once you actually get down to it, it's like, oh, wow, that actually took a lot longer than I thought. The yap was crazy. Was there anyone else we really wanted to see? Oh, my God. Oh, my God, what is this? This is like a Braden Donnelly pick, but he's in the first round. What is wrong with them? That was brain dead. What else were we looking at? I mean, there was probably somebody else in the first round we were kind of looking at. Pinkney, I think, was on there. We got 2 Pattersons, not the same position. Anyone else? There must have been someone else. Oh, this is the guy I just completely forgot about, though. But Barrett, unbelievable speed. Of course, I mean, not quite the Miami Dolphins. They're going to be, kind of go out of immersion here, but fitting for this team to be, basically the Miami Dolphins, the Miami Sharks, and they land, the speed guy. I'm really curious to see what Peters is like, but we'll find out. He'll be one of the focus players, I imagine. One of the focus wide receivers, so we'll get a lot of the snaps in pretty damn early. Was there anyone else? I'm trying to think. There had to be somebody else we were going to go for, didn't go for, couldn't go for, whatever the reason. I guess we can look at Lyle, see how he was. Also normal, so obviously not even a fraction as good as our guy. Our guy was 4 better speed. You just can't teach that, Even Dev, you can teach that technically. Have a good year and you got yourself one. Easily, I thought was going to be a very good player. And I don't know if very good's fitting, but he's solid. Of course, strength's a little low, but hidden development trait nonetheless. Again, curious to see that freaking Dev of our wide receiver. We got to chill on it. And I do want to see that corner. I don't think he was going to be as good as our guy, but he could have at least snuck out star or something like that. Which, I got to be real with you, I'm not seeing him. How far did he fall, Craig? There he is. 76 overall to the Ghouls. Of course he's hidden. 23 years old. He's like almost the same exact player, except he's hidden. That's fantastic. Please only be star. Okay, I can live with it. Also, that freaking 6'8 tackle was hidden, Dev. No. 6'8 tackle hidden, Dev. That is illegal that they're not on our team. Dev of star. If it would have been superstar, that would have been, throw the controller moment, to be honest. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for the draft. We'll see. It might, tinker with the training camp a little bit. Of course, we got a couple of free agents we might want to sign. Also, once again, that like goal, 400 likes. We'll do the preseason tomorrow. Also, speaking of off-season workouts, Broden could be like 99 speed. It's insane to think, but he genuinely could be. See how I go. I worked on my speed and agility, and the trainer said my morale had a lot to do with my progress. I'm assuming your personality type did too. Definitely, I'm intense, so I made decent progress. You, Broden, you little liar. What a little liar. Jumping and agility, I have no choice. Those are ratings, once again, you can't upgrade. So, yeah, that's going to be the one that I'm going to have him upgrade on his own. What did he actually gain? Does it show? +1 of speed, or +1 of jumping, 1 agility, 3,000 XP. Was hoping, obviously, for that speed. Didn't really work out. But as far as Peters goes, all these guys, I was going to say, I forgot to mention, no one is guaranteed, so, you can change any position, any number. If there's some pretty sick suggestions. I don't know if I love Kevin Peters, especially for a 6'5 wide receiver, but for now, for this episode and preseason, it will just be whatever for the moment. We might change up some of the looks, some of the numbers, but that could also change. But once week 1 starts, that is when, again, it is locked in. It's just for me to get these out for you guys to even comment about what we should maybe change numbers or names or gear, especially equipment. You guys are really good with, making our guys look good. I'd make them look like super vanilla. If not, I kind of need to actually post them. So again, I need to upload at least this and then potentially preseason before we actually make those implemented changes. But let's get some free agents. See if we maybe add some free agents to the team and kind of work around the team a little bit. Little Dicker. It's just following us everywhere we go. So many kickers, so many punters. Is there any kicker that actually, maybe I should take because our guy's not that good? Not really. Punter, there's one, but I'm not really interested in grabbing him, believe it or not. See if there's anyone. I mean, quarterback, we're down to 2, right? Ooh, look at this guy. And for our quarterback, we're going to be grabbing, even though I should probably go mentor, we're going to go with Trey Lance. I think he's just the best option. That awareness is low, which is kind of holding his overall down a little bit. And then I don't know how long he'll actually stay on the roster for, but Austin Eckler, still a little bit left in the tank, and more importantly, has the mentor tag, which definitely can help Harrison get even better. And then Brandon Cooks, he's definitely not that fast anymore. I'm going to bring him back on. You know, nobody wanted him. We'll give him another chance. See it happen every once in a while. Ooh, Musgrave. I mean, why would I not take freaking Luke Musgrave? Dude's a freaking freak, dude. 89 speed, 90, 6'6" anyways. Some injury concerns, but you know, he'll be our number 3 anyway, so who cares? And then, of course, O-line. You can't mess this one up. You know, O-line, it disappears. It absolutely disappears. And honestly, you know, Falele didn't want to come back, so I'm just not even going to bring him back in. We're going to go, I don't know if you even like Orlando Brown. I want someone a little bit more athleticism. Yeah, I don't know. Jalen Moore is probably the best. We'll find me. You guys don't care about these picks. These are linemen, so we'll find some linemen. Don't worry about it. So we grabbed 3 offensive linemen. Now we're looking at the D-line. You got Joseph Osai, who actually looks really good. That's a solid-looking backup, if you ask me. DT probably could use at least one, especially if we can find a mentor, which Larry Ngunjobi is going to be that guy. Doesn't have much left in the tank, but he's a mentor. He'll put a body in there if he has to. It's not quite, having like a Chris Jones back there or something. But what do we got here for Dietrich Wise? Man, I wish Za'Darius wasn't like sort of anti-locker room for the most part, because he would be a great addition. Let's go with Ebukama. Has been pretty good, right? He's kind of helped some teams. Not amazing, but again, mentor type with a little bit of talent in the speed and goodness category. Damone Clark, not a bad backup actually, especially with all that speed. So we'll go Clark 1, and then maybe one more linebacker, mentor type. Of course, a lot of these guys are going to be gone. You know, once was that Sewell already? Oh, that's a different Sewell. I was about to say, but they're going to be gone shortly after. Preseason's kind of over, but or as it's getting going, I should say. But for now, you know, they have some help. They have a chance. And then corner will, you know, once again, a couple more mentors. And we're going to go for the massive safety. Mukuamu might actually become our starting, well, not starting, but backup strong safety. And then maybe we find someone that's strong to play free. Isaiah Simmons could go that route again. I don't think we want 2 of the same type of guys, though. I'd probably go with Lewis Cine again, who barely got to play, or Percy Butler. Whoever's really better of the 2. I kind of skipped over that. And it's actually hard to say because Percy's not as good in zone, but he is better in man. And I think his change direction is better. So Percy Butler is going to win that battle. And that is it for our free agent additions. All right, this is the projected starting lineup for the start of preseason and potentially the start of the season. Now, who knows? I imagine Peters does hold 2, but you never know. Mitchell could get it, or, that sounds sus, Steffens even could be number 2. Remember, he's 6 foot tall. He's fast. This guy could be the number 2. You just never know. Peters just doesn't work out this season, and somebody else steps in. I doubt it, but you never know. O-line, of course, is the projected starters. We have Moore as a backup. Falele is back. Karras is a backup. Manu is going to be a backup across the board. So, got some depth at O-line. Of course, a massive improvement at right tackle as well. Obviously, tight ends don't really change there. And then defensively, Spellman, auto starter for sure. Richardson, auto starter for sure, assuming, nothing crazy happens in preseason. And then the D-line stays the same because it was pretty good. The numbers didn't really reflect it, but the pressures were there. And we're hoping maybe Tyson Campbell can get a dev up or something, maybe a breakout. He's already 27. Superstar, not having it, really hurting him big time. So I decided to change my mind. We are going to do the training camp. I don't know what the outro is going to be like because I already recorded it, and there's no point in re-recording it. So if I'm like, hey, we'll do training camp next episode, no, we're doing it right now. Of course, a couple of quarterbacks, a running back one. I wonder who we're going to do that for. 2 wide receivers, which we kind of know what we're going to do there. And then we obviously have all this stuff, which you'll see a little bit of here and there, but for the most part, it probably will just be... you're going to see the result. If we get a dev up, we get some XP, whatever. But a decently big one, I suppose, for Donnelly, as he is going to be getting to an 85 overall here with this one, which, I don't know if there's actual thresholds built into the game anymore, but It's a threshold that I care about, damn it. And unfortunately for Donnelly, which would have been such a massive one to get, he will not be getting that freebie dev up. We'll do Jalen Milroe for our pocket presence. Doesn't really matter too much, but free upgrades, free XP, it's free. You got to do it. And unfortunately, no dev up for Jalen Milroe either. Rushing attack, obviously we got to come out here for a couple of runs. Victor Harrison, the man himself. Look how fast he is, though. Could probably go back in there, but let's not risk it. That's stupid style points. I want to see how much we can do with style points. Okay, we can't do it there. Look how fast he is. I mean, he's not going to be caught. Of course, it's pretty easy no matter who you're running this with, but with Harrison specifically, yeah, not a chance. See if we can... I want to see, like, how far can we go with this? No, that did not work at all. 2 seconds, it gets 60 points. It's so useless. What's even the point? There is none, to be honest. Pull away speed is genuinely insane. I mean, look how much faster he is than the safety Skinner. It's wild. The ankle breaker is so legit, too. That's not even one of them, but, I mean, look. That one, he didn't even get it, but he's still fast enough to outrun him to the spot. That didn't really work. We were kind of at a bad angle there still. It's kind of like a battle of boredom, to be honest. Ankle breaker every time, dude. It's insane. That's why sometimes my score gets low. Oh, that didn't actually work. I gotta be careful because we're kind of running out of time here. Let's not sell this completely. There you go. Yeah, Harrison is just too much fun. I know I'm going to jinx it by saying it, but the fact that the worst that happened to him was he out for a couple of quarters or out for the game? In general, only missed a few quarters on the season. Pretty impressive. Red zone attack. I mean, he got a big guy in Peters. We'll have to take a look at him. But first, we're going to do Broden, which, I mean, this is a walk in the park. He was a rookie, and it was pretty easy to do this. Now he's actually like a problem. He actually gets to that 500 zone so quickly, too. He's just so quick. He's so fluent now. I mean, I don't know why I say fluent instead of fluid, but, you know, he knows a couple of languages. What do you mean? But he's just easy. He's just easy to rock with. I mean, just too much. I'm going to sell this by just trying to do crazy, you know, catches and whatnot for no reason, but sure. Try to do a jumper, which he comes down with easily. I want like a proper jump ball, though. All right, keep that in bounds for us. And yeah, that's just too easy. Too easy. We've seen that from last season, too, which is surprising. I mean, he got hit on some of those coming down with it. Any free dev ups, though? Any at all? Not so far, at least. Now we move on to Peters, who might not be able to get a free dev up for all we know. He could genuinely be a straight up X factor right away. Of course, not looking super fast here. Not looking super great with route running, but big guy, able to get open. 17 for a tall wide receiver. Maybe not the best number choice, but for now, something we're going to be rocking with. I don't hate it. Kind of limited in our 80 numbers at the moment, so why not? Big guy number. Should have gave ourselves a little bit more room there. Let's stop messing around, get this thing sorted. Yeah, that's pretty good. Great footwork. Looks good to me. Looks good to me so far. But I imagine Wayne looked great in practices as well, and yet we couldn't develop him. We struggled to develop them, man. No matter what we did, just wasn't enough. And there you go. Freebie for a free upgrade point. Let's try to get up there. I tried to go for a jump ball. He didn't throw it high enough. And just like the rest, no skill point upgraded. Pocket protector. I would assume Dawkins is the best guy to do this. He's the oldest of the bunch. He's a decently high overall. I think this will help out a lot. He's probably not going to get many upgrade points, if any. Oh, I forgot. They busted this one recently. Yeah, I don't know what they did with one of the recent... you know what? I didn't even think about it. This could, like, actually bug our franchise. Because I think they, like, make you redo this. And maybe not. Okay, thankfully. But, yeah, I'm going to be upgrading Deion Dawkins for free because we always hit that every time. It's not hard, but So stupid, dude. Like, how do they break everything? Do we go with Philbin here? I think we're going to go Philbin on the long haul because he's the only guy that doesn't have at least star. And I want everyone to have at least star. How about that? That's pretty straightforward, I think. Of course, sometimes a frustrating one, but one of my more favorite drills. I like actually seeing a successful pass rush move complete. You usually don't see that when you're actually in the game, so... Okay, we're getting locked up here. Boom! All right, if we could have any free dev up, this would be the most fair, right? Maybe deserve one last year anyways, and he would only go to star, so why not? Why not get my man to star dev? Whole D-line would be star. It doesn't matter. They're not going to do it. Chase and tackle. This really should be Tariq Carpenter, but this is going to be Carlos Spellman. He's got the highest ceiling of the bunch because we just don't have much youth on this team. Get a dev up would be huge for him. I'm going to go against freaking Harrison as well. We need all the speed we can get. It's going to be the one time Harrison looks like trash. I mean, even that playoff game, he recovered pretty nicely. Yeah, this is going to be the one time he's going to look like trash because he's going against us, using as a linebacker, as we are just pummeling him so far. So far, so pretty damn good. A little early, but they're going to give it to us. Already a gold. We'll do one more hit and then pretty much just let Harrison run free. There you go. We have enough no matter how many touchdowns he scores. Might try to strip the ball, though. Don't really ever see a successful strip. Oh, my God. He's so fast. Harrison is so fast. I feel sorry for every defense going against him. No dev for Spellman either. Now we are on to the 2 DB drills, which, of course, one for sure is going to be Dion. I think both. I think we got Campbell and Dion Richardson here. Obviously, Campbell needs one. He's 25... or 27 years old already, and he's only 85, which is good, but not elite. Here's Richardson, not a great guy in man coverage, but very athletic. Should be able to handle this one pretty well. We'll see. Equal speed. Oh, God. Really good change of direction. I love that. That was really clean. Just, we made the read so bad. There was nothing that could have been done. Nice pick. 64 catching is good enough. It is typically considered good enough. And that's pretty good coverage, but apparently we're bots. It genuinely took me 7 minutes to do this one. You would have thought Steffens was the greatest receiver of all time. Every single possession, just like that, caught. Any awkward angle, caught. Watch, this will be caught. Like, what? What do you mean? Oh my God, I'm just glad we're done with it. Give us a dev up for it. All that effort for nothing. Basically all for nothing. Last one, Tyson Campbell. This one is a little bit easier usually, but if it's Steffens again, you just never freaking know, let me tell you. Which it is. Did he catch it? They're going to give us a multiplier. See, this one's a little bit easier because even if you get beat, you at least get that multiplier, which is obviously what you're aiming for to max out. So when you restart the other ones, you know, you fail the first one, it's useless. This one, you save the touchdown. I mean, just like that, first try, they didn't give us the pick, but first try, we get gold, whereas the other one was nowhere near first try. It's pretty good defense, to be fair. Oh, my. That's pretty good. Let's press this guy into the ground. That's insane press coverage. Cooked him. Dev up, please. No dev ups at all. And then kicking, I think I might actually do the kicker one. Punter, I don't really care. It's really hard. Kicker, though, especially with Batten, who I think is going to be our starting kicker this year. Yeah, why not? Gotta just kick it as quick as you can. Give yourself a chance. That's pretty good, too. Ow, he's got a chance. Like I said, just kick it as quick as you can. Oh, we're not going to get it. We're not going to get it. That's pretty good. Oh, my God, he's goated. And I missed completely. Don't give me a... Could you imagine I would have lost it on a bad kick? You're going to make me kick the last one, huh? They're like, you're already out there. You're lined up. Oh, what a final kick, by the way. Huge. Could go to Superstar. That'd be insane if he did. Of all the players that go to Superstar, the kicker didn't even start last year. Kicker that could have saved the playoffs, couldn't do it. And he does! Superstar Dev kicker. What even is this? That's insane. Well, I gotta go see. I mean, he was starting anyways, but now he really needs to start. Let's get that kick power up to 75. What upgrade is he gonna get? 1 accuracy, which is meh. Ability focus kickers. Kicker with his ability to have a slower kicking meter for power, better power, and accuracy on kicks up to 45 yards. The other ones would be kickers with his ability experience a slower kicking meter for better power on kicks over. Oh, Zen kicker's way better. Damn, that's way better. Kickers can see the entirety of the kicking arc. That's pretty good. Are immune to ice. So basically, I got the worst one physically possible. Nice. Sweet. I mean, it would probably make more sense that he would hit the longer one since he has 97 kick power, but we're just going to be happy with what we got. Got a bunch of upgrades we're going to get into. Victor Harrison. I mean, that catching's pretty good by now, so let's go with power back. Just mainly trying to get more break tackle. Sure, trucking and all that's great too, but that's great. 2 to trucking, 1 to break tackle. Now up to an 84 truck. Definitely can lower the boom a little bit if he needs to. Broden. What do we want to do with him again? Was it slot we were doing? Try to get that short route up. I'm going to go playmaker again. Why not? It's just so good. You get release and everything in there. What do we get? We got 2 to catch, 2 to release, 3 to short. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's self-explanatory. It was an amazing upgrade, so that explains that one. Tyson Campbell, of course, man-to-man as always. I mean, both these corners are going to go man-to-man because they're both a little weak in the zone, man coverage compared to zone. 1 to man, 2 to play rec. Not our best upgrade, but he did have an insane training camp, so happy with him either way. Strong arm for Donnelly, trying to get that deep accuracy up. It's literally says in the thing, deep accuracy. 2 to deep. Looks great. Looks really good. Anyone else in here? Philbin is one of them. Richardson, of course. The other rookie, Peters, the wide receiver. And, of course, we already did the kicker. But nice little upgrade here. A little bit of everything for Mr. Philbin. And we got a few more, like we said. You probably don't care too much. But Richardson, I was about to say, you don't really care too much about Jalen Milroe, but why not? 79 overall for Richardson already. Gets only a 1 to man. Another 2 to zone coverage. I've already said it a million times now. Hybrid for safety, man-to-man for corner, and you basically get everything, right? You pretty much get everything there. Let's go Scrambler. Begins a pretty good upgrades at Scrambler. Across the board, Milroe gets 1 to mid, 1 to short, 1 under pressure. Decent. 2 to break sack. Decent. And then we have Peters. I mean, playmaker for the most part is going to be the best for everyone at any given moment. His upgrade is pretty good. 2 to trucking, which is cool, but 5 to deep route, 1 to medium, 1 to release, 1 to kid in traffic, 1 to spec, 1 to short, 1 to awareness, 1 to wherever the hell the other one was. I completely forgot. And then for the final upgrade, Spellman. Going to try to keep that scheme fit because, I mean, we need some coverage anyways. Why not? 3 to zone, 1 to man. And man coverage is the big problem, but gets to 60 man coverage. Catching's crazy for a linebacker, by the way, but obviously a nice set of upgrades. Now, time for you to hear an outro that I already recorded before this training camp. Hopefully it doesn't sound too outdated. But yeah, I think that is actually where we're going to end it. Like I said, with some of the name changes, number changes, all that would probably be reflectant in week 1. So you won't know. You just won't know if your suggestion, assuming you guys have some, which a lot of you always do, was actually used or not. Because, like I said, I'm probably going to get going on the preseason shortly. And we'll implement it for you week 1. But yeah, 400 likes. We'll have preseason tomorrow. If not, Friday or Saturday with a rebuild tomorrow instead. Anyways, if you enjoyed, maybe leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, appreciate your support on the channel. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. Second channel, PK Plays for now, Madden content. Almost done with Oblivion, which means we'll probably move on to Dead Island 2, which I'll have longer episodes, so that'll probably get done pretty quickly. And then we can arguably move on to GTA. Haven't started, of course, but I want to. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys come back for the next video. But until next video, see ya. And, of course, as always, shout out to the members, especially brand new member, Stony Fenton Miller. Appreciate you a ton for joining the member squad, of course. We have a monthly members-only rebuild on the 15th of every month, so check those out if you haven't already. Maybe that's the reason why you subbed or joined. Whatever the reason, appreciate you a ton. Of course, if you're not already a member, thinking about becoming one, click the join button next to the subscribe button. All the details will be in there. Of course, member or not, appreciate y'all for watching, and